So hello and welcome back to another banknote video. In today's video we're looking at the Hong Kong banknotes issued in 1941. So in 1941, obviously Europe had been at war for at least a year or two, maybe a year and a half. And well, Hong Kong, they did get their coins minted in the United Kingdom and probably in some cases in India, but these are emergency issues because, well, Hong Kong was having trouble getting the coins. At this time period, they were not at war, or the British were not at war with Japan. That happened at the end of 1941. So these banknotes did see quite extensive circulation, and they come in three denominations. But a few facts before, the population of Hong Kong at the time was 1.6 million, and the average wage in Hong Kong was between $1 and $2 for a labourer, and labourers would have made up the majority of the working population, as well as farmers, people in agriculture, which are farmers. So the majority of people were low paid, and the service industry, well, wasn't really developed as in its infancy. So there's some little bit of statistics. And the last denomination that we can see here is a 1 cent banknote. As you can see, these banknotes are legal tender for the payment of any amount not exceeding $1. So these are not legal tender over $1, only under $1. And you'll see a lot of their small denomination banknotes in the United States, I think they call them fractional banknotes, do have a specific amount. Even our current banknotes and coins in Australia, like this $1 coin, you can only spend it up to 10 times face value. So you can only, there's really only legal tender up until $10. Over that, well, it's not considered as currency, whatever that is. Anyway, so for the 1 cent, we have three different issues. So we have the one without the letter prefix, we have A letter, and we also have B letter prefix. So each of these had 10 million banknotes because you got 7 serial numbers. So you got 1,000 there, you got 1,000,000, 10 million. So there should be probably 25 to 30 million of these banknotes that are issued. As you can see, they have the same signature, and the quality is quite varied. This one I got for $15, which I think was a very cheap purchase. And on the back, we just have 1 cent. So I'm not too sure who actually printed them. Might be Bradley Wilkinson, might be just a local printer. There is no security features on them. So it could also be the Hong Kong Banknote Company itself. More than likely it's that. Then we have the 5 cent. So obviously these only come with the serial numbers. They don't have any prefixes on them. But there is the smaller, I see this is the large serial numbers, and there's also a small one. So there's potentially 10 to 20 million of these banknotes. I'm not too sure if the two print runs were printed considered as separate print runs, or did the numbers actually run into each other. I'm not too sure. So that's a confusion. And as you can see, these ones are legal tender only up to $2. And as you can see there, you have Hong Kong government, 5 fen down the bottom, 5 cents, and the same on the back side. But it's only the numerals are in Chinese, the rest of it's in English. This one I also got for $15, which is also a cheaper purchase that I got. Then we have the 10 cents. So this is the highest denomination they issued for this series. They never issued a 50 cent or even a 20 cent, because they did have a 20 cent and 50 cent coin in silver. but I'm not too sure if that was in circulation in the 1940s. And as you can see, this one's quite well circulated. And here we have the two issue. So we've got the one without the prefix and one with the A letter prefix. That's about it. So maximum of 20 million of these banknotes are printed. So obviously this is 5 million, so at least 15 million were printed. And if we look at the better banknote, so this one's probably at least 30 to, no, probably 40 to 50 actually. But we'll have a look at prices on eBay in a minute. Once again, this is only a legal tender to $2. Maybe they should have increased it to $5. But this one does have Chinese on it up the top. Oh no, sorry, I was wrong on that one too. It does have Hong Kong government in Chinese. Oh, the same as that. Gee, sometimes I'm just blind. And as you can see, the sizes are different and also the colours, because a lot of people were illiterate at the time. So that helps with people who cannot read. And as you can see, this one's in poorer condition, well circulated. So when the Japanese took over Hong Kong in 1942, these banknotes were replaced with Japanese currency, and they were issued in yuan and sen. So these were no longer legal tender. But after the Second World War, I'm not too sure if these ones were re-established as a legal tender currency, because they did issue other banknotes to replace the Japanese currency at the time. And here's one of them, but this is a later issue. Where was it? The second, but the one with King George VI is pretty much the same design. And as you can see, a little bit different. They issued them in same denominations, 1, 5, and 10. They did start to issue coins back in 1948, a 10 cent first. In 1949, the 5 cent come back in. Then in 1950, they issued the 50 cent coin. So they didn't worry about issuing a 1 cent coin again. The last issue was 1941, and those are pretty scarce because most of them have been lost. So if we look at the values, you can see you can pick them up. 1 cent, this is in pretty good condition, probably VF, $13. 5 cent, 21, also VF. Not too sure what that price is. Best offer was received, but you can get some pretty cheap, so $2 for that banknote there. And got some others for cheap price. Because it's at Christmas time, there's a good time to actually buy banknotes. People buying Christmas presents, so they're focusing on that and not worrying about this collecting during the year. So as you can see, 10 cent went for $1. Pretty poor condition, so like this. But I'd say generally these sell for about $5 to $10, and this one pretty much sells for like $40 to $50. But keep on checking eBay to see what they do have for sale. And here's a $1 banknote that was issued later. But they did issue a $1 banknote. And here we have looks like it might have been consecutives in pretty good condition for $15. But if we check the items that are actually for sale, lowest price I got currently $25. Yeah, so currently all the cheap ones do sell quite quickly, but $36 for that one. Yeah, and yeah, $65 looks in pretty good condition. So yeah, looks in pretty high condition. So the whole idea is just look around. Like if you just wanted one for your collection, then purchase one of these in pretty good condition. I would say that the high grade ones probably go up and down in value. Ooh, look at that one, $1,000. Yeah, they do go up and down in value, just like anything else, a collector's item. But they're just a interesting part of history to actually get. So I'm just missing two banknotes, one of the 5 cent and one of the 1 cent. But if I get the chance to upgrade this one, I will. But I do have a budget. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my video. Hope this helps you with your Hong Kong banknote collection. And wow, look at this beauty. Nice uncirculated. It's for sale. Have an awesome banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.